Hello,
Hello.
Robert, Roли. We today in Private Money Forum. It's your first time in this event?
No, I have already spoken at this event last year. So this is my fourth event in Russia. Yeah.
You every year come in Russia to have a speech in this event?
Yes, so I started 1 year ago at the previous forum. And then I also had two additional seminars this year here in Moscow. And then now I'm here for the fourth time. And in April and March and April, I will have two additional seminars.
What you can say about main trends in investment in the next year?
Mm-hmm. So I think that the main thing that you need to take care of is to lower the costs of your investments, management costs and so on. So all the vehicles, all the financial products that have very high costs should go out of your portfolio, and you should invest in low-cost vehicles like index funds.
And you for risk investments or for more stability investment? What's your position in investment?
So when you are starting out and when you are building your portfolio, first you need to take care of some kind of stability and like global index funds and stuff like this. So first you need to build a very solid foundation with this, more conservative. But then when you earn more money, you can put maybe 10 to 20% into more aggressive vehicles. And I'm using in my system, I have a couple of more aggressive options, for short-term returns. But of course, this comes with additional risk. So this is only after you have already built some kind of foundation and you have some extra money and so on. Then you can also invest in more risky options.
And you invest in Russian market, or you only invest in United States markets?
So my portfolio of index funds covers basically the whole world, because I invest in a global index funds. I also invest in specific industry index funds and also some regional index funds. So in the global index fund that I invest in, there are also a couple of Russian companies.
Nice. And
so it's not a big percentage, but it is.
Nice. And what company you invest in Russia?
What company? What do you mean?
What companies you invest in Russia?
I really don't know, because there are hundreds and hundreds of companies included in a global index fund, and I haven't gone through every one of them. But these are the biggest companies in the world.
Okay. Yeah. And what's the better company, for example, IT company or industry company to invest?
So which kind of sectors or industries are good? So when I build my portfolio, and this is the same strategy I use also to help my clients, and I teach them about, I call it satellite strategy. So first you need to build your portfolio around the global index fund. So approximately half of your money should go into a global index fund, and then you can put some satellites around that. Okay, and for the satellites, for these additional index funds, you can use, if you are younger, more aggressive one, then you can also use some kind of technology companies or biotechnology companies and so on that are more aggressive, and you can expect better long-term returns. But of course, they are a bit more risky. And if you are more conservative, then you can maybe choose a pharmacy and telecommunications, maybe Asia Pacific, more mature markets and so on. So basically, when you are younger, you can be more aggressive, with newer industries and so on, more aggressive industries. But when you get older, you can also put more money into more conservative ones.
Yeah, it's strategy in world when you're more younger, you can risk in your...
Yeah, because you have longer time horizon in front of you, because technology can fall more in a case of, let's say, some kind of crisis. But also, when the times are good, it will grow much faster than the average market, than the whole market.
And what the main industry you now invest?
So I have my portfolio of index funds is, I have a global index fund, I have technology index fund, I have biotechnology index fund, I have emerging markets, and a couple of others. But these are the main. This is the main part of my portfolio.
Nice.
Yeah.
And in Russian, for example, you was in Russia 4 years before now. Something changes in investment opportunity for another people from different countries.
So if I compare Russia to other countries, basically there are no big differences around the world, because the problem is that most people don't have enough financial education. Because in our school systems anywhere in the world, if you go to UK, if you go to the Netherlands, if you go to Sweden, or if you go to Slovenia or Croatia or whatever, or Russia, it's basically the same, because they never teach you about personal finance and money and investments in school. So we basically all grow up without this knowledge, and we need to get this knowledge on our own.
And do you think that it will be good to start it becoming program in school about investment, about money, about saving money?
This would be great, but unfortunately our school system is so rigid that basically you need, as a parent, when you are a parent, you need to take care of this kind of education at home, because the school system, I don't expect that they will start to do it, more actively. And if they start to do it, basically it will be like big financial institutions, like banks and mutual fund companies, teaching our children to invest in mutual funds, which is a very bad idea, because mutual funds have very, very high fees. So this will need to be parents' responsibility to teach their children about money and so on.
And what books or films or studying you can recommend for investments, for studying children, for example?
Yeah. So of course, there is my book. I highly recommend it, of course, The $1 Million Decision. So The $1 Million Decision, it's a very good book. It has been translated into several languages, very popular one. And I try to explain things in a very, very simple terms. Okay. Also, I have a 8-year-old son and 6-year-old son, and the 8-year-old son already reads the book from time to time. So and he understands, and then he asks me, about other some things, and I explain a bit more and so on. So yeah, this is a good starting point. And then, if you want to learn about personal finance, of course, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This is one of the classics. So of course, Rich Dad Poor Dad is a must read. And then there are a lot of other books in the investing space, but the problem is that most of them are very complicated. So I have read more than 300 books about investing and money and so on, but it's very hard to find a book that really tells it in a simple way. So I would start with Robert Kiyosaki and my book, and then if you want more, technical stuff, more details and so on, you can move to, for example, one good author is John C. Bogle. So he is the founder of Vanguard. This is the first index fund company in the world. So Bogle is one good choice, and basically that would be a good start.
Nice. Yeah. I think the good education when even child can understand what's written in this book, because when you start it, it's quite complicated to understand the indexes. And your children also have financial educational now?
So they are going to private school, but also in these schools there is, for now, they don't learn anything about these subjects. So me and my wife, we are doing this kind of education for them.
That's why it's better to start at home.
Yeah. You cannot expect from school that they will teach these things, because even the teachers don't understand these things.
Yeah, because if you're not practice, if you're not interested in this field, you can't understand another people what you need to do in
Yeah.
this market.
Yeah.
If you're a real professional, you can do some actions and you win in this market.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you for the interview. Thank you for your comment
You're welcome.
in Russia.
Yes.
We hope we will see you the next year. And
Yes.
Thank you for your books.
And I wish your listeners and your audience a lot of financial success in the future.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Very good. Thank you.